Woo! And I thought Let It Snow on Netflix was the worst movie of 2019, but ding ding ding, and your new worst movie of 2019 is Charlie's Angels. Is a reboot of a movie from the early 2000s that was itself a reboot of a popular TV show back in the 80s, I believe. I was a fan of the TV show because I was really young back then. I had 3 hot chicks doing police shit. Of course I'm gonna like that. And then when the movie version came out with Drew Barrymore, Lucy Liu, and Cameron Diaz, I thought it was tons of fun, very entertaining, silly, and yet self-aware. And I really loved that movie. Charlie Angels 1 more so than 2, but great fun, great entertainment. And then so now you have this generation's version of Charlie's Angels, and it is a total shit show. I don't even know where to begin on where this film's flaws lie, because they are just everywhere, but I'll give it a shot. This time around, the story focuses on a young scientist who creates a device that is the new sustainable, environmentally friendly power source for the future. And yet at the same time, if you just twist the wires a little bit, it can kill a whole bunch of people. Okay. So then the wrong kind of people want to get their hands on this device, and she runs to the angels for help, and she becomes an angel herself. And that's pretty much the plot. Now, there's a whole lot of shit wrong with this movie, like I said, so I guess I'll just start with the cast first of all. Totally, all 3 actresses all miscast. You get the most famous one, Kristen Stewart. She's most well known for the Twilight series. She can actually be an okay actress in the right role, but in this one, oh man, I don't know what the hell she was trying to do. She was overacting way too much, just trying way too hard to create this kind of quirky, kind of free-spirited character, and it just didn't work. She could not pull that off. And then there was the tall black chick. I don't know her name at all, but she was supposed to be cool and collected, and yet she just came out to be bland, boring, and cold. And then you got Naomi Scott, who was Jasmine 2.0 in Aladdin earlier this year, where I thought she was pretty good in the Aladdin movie. But in this movie, she's just plain stupid throughout the whole film. She's just trying to figure out what's going on, and somehow becomes an angel herself, and just is like the stupid dunce of the whole movie, and it just got really annoying. So yeah, the cast right there is really bad. They had no chemistry whatsoever for the scenes that they were in together. They just all fell flat. And a lot of that blame can go to Elizabeth Banks, who wrote and directed this movie, and I use quotes because the writing is shit and the direction is shit. And I'm sorry to say that, but you know, it just is. She did okay directing the Pitch Perfect sequels, which were passable entertainment, but this time around with the big budget, big concept, I don't know, I think she was just in over her head. The writing is flat, the dialogue is horrible, the direction is amateurish. Just to give you an example of how bad the writing is, there's this one scene in the middle of the film where they're trying to break into a place and steal some shit, and as they're leaving, they accidentally kill a security guard. And the security guard, you know, he just showed up to work, minding his own business, taking care of his shit, just trying to get paid. He sees an alarm going off, he goes to investigate, and boom, the angels kill him through an EMP, an electromagnetic pulse. And then like this little one girl who calls the EMP is all distraught and goes, oh, I killed Ralph. And then in the very next scene like literally 30 seconds later, she's all distraught about killing this innocent security guard, and the other angels are like, don't worry about it, collateral damage, no big deal. And they even made a joke by calling her Ralph Killer. I'm like, I thought you were supposed to be the good guys, and you're making fun of killing this innocent man. I'm like, that is so not right. I mean, in what world are we supposed to root for these protagonists who have no value for innocent lives and just make fun even of a guy who died just doing his job? And I know it sounds like I'm taking this real too seriously, but honestly, you don't make a joke about that in this type of movie or in any kind of movie. That's not the right reaction to what happened. It just really caught me off guard. And then there's another scene later in the film where they show how 2 of the angels steal these security badges from 2 employees of this big corporation. And it's just so stupid and unnecessary. All they end up doing is lifting the badges from one guy's gym bag and one guy's vest pocket. But they go through this whole scenario while Kristen Stewart dressing up in her skanky ass gym clothes and doing this dance and stuff, which had absolutely nothing to do with stealing the badge. Literally, all she did was bend down and take it from his gym bag. So what was that whole dog and pony show about? It was not necessary. And the same thing with the tall black chick who steals a badge. She gives a chokehold to this guy, makes him fall asleep, and all she has to do is just lift it from his vest. But like, what? At least in the previous Charlie's Angels film, when they had to do this kind of spy shit, they made it creative and fun. But this time around, it's just plain lazy and stupid, and I'm not even kidding about that. I mentioned Elizabeth Banks, who's the writer and director of the film, and she plays Bosley. Well, of course, because in this day and age in Hollywood, you let a female actress play a role that was made famous by a male actor in the past and call that progress. Never mind trying to write an original role for a female actress to make iconic on their own. No, I'll just give them sloppy seconds of a character that was already made well known from a male actor previously, and yeah, we'll let it go at that. We'll call it progress. So yeah, she's a female Bosley, whatever. This film is just a whole load of shit. It's horrible. Don't waste your time watching it. The chemistry is bad. The entire cast is miscast. The writing is horrible. The direction is horrible. This movie just goes nowhere. It's boring. The action is clumsy. I just couldn't wait to get out of my seat. And then when you get to the credits scene, you discover like there's this whole fucking John Wick world shit of all these female angels, and it's just ludicrous. So yeah, I hate this movie. I really do. It's the worst movie of the 2019 for me anyway. So for me, Charlie's Angels gets I'll give it a 1. And I was gonna use a different finger for that one, but I'll be nice. Thanks so much for watching my review. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel, MC on Film, for more reviews in the future.